What's going on, everybody? Brando free-to-play back on my free-to-play account, and update just finished. So if you guys haven't checked it out or updated your game, go ahead and do that now. Got the new castle skin for all you heavy pay-to-play players. So in my community post, I put out a question. One of the questions was, who do you think would do more damage? A 1000 archer march with a snow queen. I'll show you guys who the snow queen is in case you guys are new or want to know more, right? This is Snow Queen. Snow Queen gives you a 50% max HP to ranged troops and 30% ranged attack to all ranged troops. So I asked, who would do more damage? Snow Queen or Bomb and Goblin? Now, Bomb and Goblin only has 20% army attack, and the rest of his skills are for trap attack and trap durability, or trap HP. So, I actually did quite a few test attacks, attacking a camp, only sending 1000 T1 ranged troops. So, let me go ahead and go over some of these attacks, okay? So this attack was just 1000 versus 1000 base might versus base might to see who would win, okay? Now keep in mind, Brando free to play was able to win, I think pretty much because I had more army HP than Brando pay to play does at base might, meaning I have more infirmaries at level 25 than Brando pay to play, and that is actually true, right? Brando pay to play only has a handful of level 25 infirmaries, while I, Brando free to play, have 10. Okay, so that does make a difference. So that's how I was able to win, just 1000 versus 1000 base might. And this is a baseline attack. So you guys can see my losses were 204. The enemy losses, or Brando pay to play, was 212. Okay, so let's take a look. I did a variety of different attacks. I wanted to see how more beneficial it is to send a gold ranged hero into battle. Now I used Trickster because Trickster does not give you any attack defensive stats, okay? So I used it just for the squad attack. So as you guys can see here, it did improve the attack. It did improve it. I lost only 194 and I was able to kill 250. Now compare that. That was, I lost, I'd say 10 less troops, but I killed over 30 more troops, which is a big increase, right? It is a significant increase when you're thinking about 1000s. Now take this into, sending millions of troops, right? That's a significant might reduction and might loss right there, okay? Alright, so the next attack that I did, I was like, okay, so now I got that baseline, right? What would happen if I were to send out a just strictly ranged attack hero like Death Archer? How much more am I gonna kill? And here it is. So my losses were 194, and Brando pay to play's losses were 273. Now that went really high compared to the baseline, right? It went up a considerable amount, okay? And I lost the same amount as sending a Trickster, which, losses are losses. Everybody hates that, but the amount of enemies dead increased quite a bit, okay? So let's keep on going. So now I sent Tracker. Now, if you guys do not know, Tracker has 30% ranged attack and 50% ranged defense. Okay, so if you guys look at this right now, Brando free-to-play lost 190 troops, which is 4 troops less than using a Death Archer or not using any defensive stat increases. It only lost 4, and it killed the same amount. Okay, now here is the attack with Snow Queen. Okay, so with Snow Queen, I want you guys in the comments, what do you think the outcome is gonna be? Is Snow Queen gonna do better than Tracker, or is Tracker gonna do better than Snow Queen? Okay, pause the video, put it in the comments, and let me know what you think. Okay? Okay, you're done? Cool. So let me go ahead and show you. So, wow, that is pretty shocking, right? I lost only 172 troops compared to Brando Pay-to-Play's 266. Now, yeah, I lost about, 14 less troops? And I also killed less than using an attack and a defense hero, which kind of confused me a little bit, right? What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is pretty accurate? Is this something you've also experienced? Let me know. Now, just for, shits and giggles, I went ahead and I used a purely defensive ranged hero just to see what the outcome would be. And the outcome was kind of as expected. I only lost 172 troops. It is a purely defensive hero, but I was able to kill 255, which is not as much as I did with Tracker, Snow Queen, or Death Archer. That is to be expected. Okay, now here is the attack that I did with Bombing Goblin. Okay, now this is the question that I put out earlier today in the community post. Is Bombing Goblin gonna do more damage than Snow Queen? Let's find out. So by the looks of it, Bombing Goblin did more damage. It killed 1 more troop than Brando, than the Snow Queen. It did lose 194, but it killed 267. Now let's go check out Snow Queens again. So if you guys want to write it down and help me understand this, because I can't wrap my head around it. Okay. Yes, if you're going by kill to loss ratio, Snow Queen did a better job. But my question was, which hero is going to kill the most troops? And that ended up being Bombing Goblin by 1 troop. And this I don't understand, because Bombing Goblin only has 20% ranged attack. 20% army attack. Sorry, my bad. Blech. 20% army attack compared to Snow Queen's 30% ranged attack. Now, is there a way army stats are skewed to be better than troop stats? That is my question that I have in my head right now. Are army stats that much better than single troop stats? Now, in my mind, 30% ranged attack is better than 20% army attack hero if you're sending 1 troop type. But as you guys can see right here, if we're just going to just kill as many troops as possible, that just isn't necessarily true. Yes, you will take more losses, but you will also do more damage. So it's kind of a, pick your poison type of a situation. At least that's how I see it. And then this last hit, I just did it for, just to mess around, just to see what kind of a difference if I sent 4 heroes, right? And then you can tell it's just a huge difference, right? But how surprised are you guys that the attack is a lot less using a Snow Queen than it is a Bombing Goblin? Now, a lot of people will argue that I had a lot less losses for similar attack numbers as Bombing Goblin. But then how can you explain Tracker killing 273 when Snow Queen only killed 266? Keep in mind, Snow Queen and Tracker have the same troop attack stat of 30%. The only difference between the two is one has army defense and one has troop defense and troop HP. Okay? That is the only difference. Now, from everything I've been told and everything that I've preached and everything that I've tested in the past, it's army attack, it's attack, HP, defense. That is what you want to focus on, right? So attack, that's kind of a no-brainer. Attack increases the amount of troops you kill. That is very evident. Just by using Trickster, compare Trickster to a Death Archer, that is a very significant jump in troops killed. Now, when it goes to defense, you lose a little bit less troops than pure attack, but you kill a bit more, right? And then, in my mind, if you have HP, that means your troops have more staying power. That means that you're going to be able to kill more enemy troops, right? Am I wrong in thinking that? But it looks like that's not the case, right? You do lose less troops, but you also kill a little bit less, which kind of blew my mind when I tested it out. And then army attack is almost as beneficial as a single troop type 30% increase. So here is my question to you guys. Do you guys think that I did these tests wrong? Am I doing something wrong, or are you guys seeing similar numbers? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, until next time, guys. See ya.